A simple life is a beautiful life. I know this in my heart now. Before we bought this property, our lives were more complicated and hectic than ever. Our fast-paced life had taken a toll on our stress and our happiness levels. Our lives don't have to be so stressful and burdensome. Simplifying my life has become my priority. The less you have to worry about, the more time you can spend connecting with loved ones, taking care of yourself, and enjoying the life you work so hard to maintain. In light of that, I thought that I would take you for a walk around our garden, a bit of a garden tour if you like. It's actually the beginnings of our food forest. This was our lemon tree when we bought it back in April 2022, and it was flowering and looking really healthy when we first bought it. The bees were loving it. And this is what it looks like now after one winter. It lost all its leaves and I don't know if it will survive. And this is a common English lavender that we planted only a few months back. Having lavender around is great because it attracts bees and butterflies, so everything gets pollinated in the garden, and you can also eat lavender. I'm looking forward to making some honey lavender syrup one day with our native bee honey and some of our lavender. Hopefully our lavender will survive the cold winters. And they obviously have a beautiful fragrance as well. But after a few months, our lavender seemed to shoot up and flower and become really spindly. So I'm not really sure why that happened. If you do know why that happened, if you can let us know in the comments, that would be great. I'm guessing that it might need a bit of a prune or something to help try to fill it out. So I might try and do that soon. I'm hoping that it's not a bad thing anyway. I found this yellow weed out in the middle of the meadow just growing up high. I think it might be a loose strife weed. Our rosemary is still going awesome. And milk thistle weeds. And our grassy fields are just covered in wildflowers. And we lost our avocado trees as well. I feel like I've had a lot more peace and fulfillment in my life since we got this property. It's a life of simplicity and peace. I think we should start measuring happiness by how healthy and peaceful we are instead of how much money we earn or our jobs or how popular we are. When you don't focus so much on material possessions, you have more time to spend on your health, well-being, your family and friends and other meaningful things. These are some of the seedlings that we got from the Gunnamar nursery before winter. They were quite small. Now look at them now. This was the native mint. It's doing really well. And our native curry plant is still hanging on as well. I guess living a simple life means that you're impressed by simple things. I found this pretty pink petunia just growing wild out in the field. It reminded me of my grandmother who just recently passed away. She had a love for gardening and she always had some pretty flowers around. She made a pretty mean grandma pie and my auntie Bonnie is going to send me some grandma seeds so I can try to grow some. If you've been following along with us on our journey, you'll know that we planted quite a lot of trees, native trees. Some of them have survived, some of them haven't. A lot of them have been eaten, but I can see that some are now having little fresh branches sprout. So we had wattle, tea tree and bottlebrush. We were certain that this tree had died during the winter, but look how beautiful it's come back now that it's warmed up. I'm not sure what this plant is at all, but it's very spiky, thorny bush, but the flower is so beautiful. It's like a pale yellow rose. If anyone knows what it is, let us know in the comments below. And this is our orange tree, which is still doing quite well after the winter. Our loquat is looking super healthy. I can't wait for that tree to grow up big and tall. It's such a beautiful evergreen tree. And hopefully one day we'll have the little yellow fruits, and if we don't eat them, the birds will. And we're getting ready to have an outdoor fire later this afternoon. The grass has grown so long in the past month because it's so warm now, so we have to do a bit more mowing again. I'm just going to go and grab my zucchini slice, which is finished baking, and it looks delicious. I feel like I've been starting to feel like I belong to the YouTube community recently. And this sense of connection has been emphasised, if you like, by another YouTuber. Her channel is called Diane and Samson. And Diane actually made a video recently on homesteaders to watch out for. And I was excitedly watching the video and subscribing to all the Australian homesteaders that she was mentioning, and then she actually mentioned me, which was quite surprising, and our channel here. And I had a lot of people start to look me up and start interacting and engaging with me, which was so nice. And it was really lovely of Diane to be able to do that for us. So I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I'll try to put a link to her channel here as well for you. Diane has an awesome sense of humour and a lot of knowledge in the Australian homesteading community, and I encourage you to go take a look. Thanks for watching, and chat to you next time.